dropped into. Then you need to locate the fuel cell, measure the temperature, and broadcast the sound of the boiling fuel cell. And the last thing you need to worry about is when you're outside, you can be shot at by the National Guard from behind this line. And that completes all the tasks that you're capable of doing for the Pleasantville 20. Good luck.
Okay, we're back out at the pool. Once again, I'd like to apologize to all the people in Montana. Lake Okeechobee is in Montana, not in Minnesota. I put that in the wrong state. I knew it was in one of those M states, but we want to be as factual as we can on these made-up missions here. And the group that Scully and Mulder called are the Lone Gunmen. You might remember them. It's the three eccentric gentlemen that used to help Scully and Mulder with their escapades during the X-Files. Okay. We've got some video that we can show from this morning. There was all the teams had to qualify before they were able to compete. There were over 20 teams in total in all the different, the Nurc Light, the Nurc, and the autonomous competitions. And through the qualifying competition, they were whittled down to the 8 that are competing this evening. And we've got some video of the teams doing their qualification runs. Still working on the robot just a little bit out there. Wanted to talk a little bit about the Nurc Light. This is was designed with a modified challenge for our elementary school students. They used the same field, if you will. However, the tasks that they were asked to complete were modified so that elementary school students could have success. One of the neat things about the 5 teams that did compete, at least 2 of the teams, possibly 3, were all young ladies. And these students were hand-picked from the elementary schools by the teachers and the staff at the elementary school to compete. They were the top performers in the different elementary schools. And I'd like to just give a shout out to those different teams. I'm not sure if any of them are here this evening, but we had the Aqua Chicks from Galveston Elementary here in Chandler. That was one of the all-girls teams. The Freiburg Falcons robotics team was from Fry Elementary School in Chandler. Team Syndicate from Bologna Elementary School in Chandler, and that was one of the all-girls teams. Looks like we've got some video up right now. Looks like one of the robots may have entered the water. This is going to be the typewriter repairman. Our 4th team was the SSPF Team Linda, and they competed, as well as Team Little Dogs. So they're a pre-high school team from here in Chandler. Again, on our Nurc Auto, which was the autonomous robotics, unfortunately, none of the teams were able to compete. We had 3 that were hoping to compete this year. Falcon Robotics from Carl Hayden High School, the NASA Space Grant team from Arizona State University, and then once again the typewriter repairman, which is competing in the adult corporate group. And unfortunately, those teams were not going to be able to compete, but hopefully they'll be able to compete at another competition coming up in July. You can see now we've got some video feed from under the water out by the pool side. Those look like those are the grasping claws of Babs there. This is the shot from the underwater camera. There you can see, there they are with their dear departed friend who has passed away. Did you notice? Do you notice the difference in the aliens, the live and the non-live alien? They turn purple. That's how you know he's not just sleeping; he's passed away, unfortunately. So it looks like they're headed over trying to recover the aliens, and again, if you recover the alien, you bring it back over. All you have to have is one of your team members touch the alien on the head, and you get the points for that. And you can do the tasks in any order that you choose. You don't need to do them in order. There you can see the hand. There you go. He takes the alien off, and away goes the robot back down. And again, so they were able to retrieve that body, so that's worth 20 points there. There you can see them driving it. And again, the drivers, when we see that screen of what's coming from the robot, that underwater picture, that's all they're operating with. They have screens out there in front of them, and that's all they see also. They have to provide their own light. There you can see the UFO. Looks like they're getting ready to enter inside. Now, one of the things a little challenging for our operators, if it's not challenging enough already, is there's massive quantities of energy that's needed to use to power a UFO. And there's actually a reverse gravity field once you go inside the UFO. So up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left. We're not going to do it in here because we only have 2 garbage cans. And we don't want anyone getting sick. But what happens is when the ROV goes in there, they actually flip the monitor over. So the picture they're looking at now is upside down. Again, that's caused by the reverse energy field once inside the UFO. Right, so the picture that the pilot sees, the pictures that the drivers that we were just looking at, that has flipped over. Our picture is still correct. Now there is, I believe, the capsule, well, they went by it, had our 20 humans inside of it. This is a big UFO, just in case you were wondering how they got all those humans in that little tiny container. It's sort of like the mirror on the side of your car. Things in this mirror are larger than they appear. Wow. Now this is our underwater camera that we have that's down in the pool. It's on the side. You can see the ROV down inside the UFO. The skin of the UFO is translucent, And you can see the light, and right there is our rover. As he moves around inside. Now again, we've switched over to the camera inside the rover. The rovers sometimes have 1, 2, 3 cameras. Again, right here are the graspers of the ROV. This is the cup holder. They're trying to drop the homing beacon inside that cup holder. As you can see, they're moving a little bit closer. There they go. So that homing device, again, getting it in the cup holder, they've got the maximum amount of points. That's 20 points for dropping that in the cup holder. So that is the completion of task number 5. And again, they can do them in any order that they choose. Again, this is where our 20 missing townfolk are from Pleasantville. Again, you can note the massive size of the UAV underwater. Again, the translucent skin, that's probably what makes them hard to see when they're flying around up there. Again, we've switched over to, you can see the ROV there with its lights right down here, operating inside the UAV, inside the UFO, I should say. Again, back to our robot cam. Okay. Actually, that may be the marker buoy to mark where it's at. And on this one, you need to rotate that piece right here, and then it unwinds and lets the buoy go up. So I guess our 20 humans aren't in there. Again, this is a demo put on by the typewriter repairmen. They were our last year challenge winners and are not competing in this year's event, and offered to graciously do a demo to let all the teams see how the different events work. Now they've just grasped onto that post right there. Not sure if that is a real